Kate Middleton had a furious row with Meghan Markle after the former actress, a member of her staff, it has been claimed. The Duchess of Cambridge allegedly told Meghan, 37, it was unacceptable to target her aides before May's royal wedding in Windsor. Kate, 36, is reported to have told Prince Harry's bride-to-be, "They're my staff and I speak to them," The Sun reported. The reported row comes amid rumours of a rift between the two duchesses, which have emerged since it was announced that Harry and Meghan would move out of Kensington Palace. It's a tricky situation, but it was a one-off and they are determined to maintain a positive relationship even though they are obviously very different in their approach. Kensington Palace has reportedly denied the claims. Kate is also claimed to have been left crying in a stressful dress fitting in the lead-up to the wedding in May. In addition, sources have also told the Mirror that insiders are concerned about Meghan's authoritative and abrupt style. It comes after claims from royal sources that Meghan clashed with Buckingham Palace over the smell at St George's Chapel, where she married Prince Harry. Insiders claimed that Meghan wanted air fresheners to be used in the 15th century chapel but was told it was not appropriate. The palace is said to have told her that the chapel was a regular place of worship for the Queen and that it would be good enough for Meghan. The source said, apparently Meghan didn't like the smell of the chapel, which, as you would expect, is a little musty. It's not unpleasant at all, though. It just smells how you would expect an old building to smell. And that's something the royal family are particularly used to. Meghan wanted staff to go around with these atomizers, like spritzer guns, and spray the chapel with scent before anyone arrived. This is no time of year to have a family fallout. Put yourself in the Queen's position, her Christmas lunch in the planning stage as usual and the air thick with gossip about the strained relationship between two of her granddaughters-in-law. So is this really the kind of spat between Kate and Meghan that prompts a shuffling of the table places? Undoubtedly there has been stress between these two very different women. One with a charmingly English reserve in public, the other a glossy American and a performer. One is restrained by the knowledge that she is destined to be queen, the other is comfortable in front of a microphone speaking out about women's rights. They are not natural chums, admits a royal aide cautiously. It is an observation with an eerily familiar echo of what was happening in the royal family some 80-odd years ago when another American divorcee captured the heart of a glamorous prince. This was Wallis Simpson, a twice-married adventuress, and the prince's obsession with her led to Edward VIII giving up his throne. Harry, of course, is not heir to the throne, he is sixth in line, and Meghan is no Mrs. Simpson. But there are uneasy similarities in the frosty relationship between Meghan and the Duchess of Cambridge as there were between Wallis and the then Duchess of York, later the Queen Mother. This time it is hardly a constitutional issue, the throne is not threatened, but royal disharmony can be dangerously destabilizing as we have found in recent times. This week it was announced that instead of living side by side with William and Kate at Kensington Palace, Harry and the pregnant Duchess of Sussex, 37, have decided to make their home in Windsor, 25 miles away. In doing so Harry has chosen to abandon palace life in much the same way Edward, at that time Prince of Wales, established himself in Windsor at Fort Belvedere, a turreted mini-castle with tall windows and battlements. It has happened after a well-reported accumulation of incidents involving Kate and Meghan. These do not, of course, mirror the embittered schism between Mrs. Simpson and sister-in-law Elizabeth, whose husband reluctantly took the throne as George VI. But could they harm the endearing closeness of the brothers, as happened in the 30s? William and Harry have an unusually strong brotherly bond, forged by the tragedy of their mother's early death. Certainly no one following the fortunes of these two young couples would have expected to read about tantrums and tears. Yet, with unfortunate timing, it has emerged that in the spring Kate was in tears after taking 3-year-old Princess Charlotte to a fitting of her bridesmaid's dress for Meghan and Harry's wedding. The clear implication is of uncomfortable tensions between the two young royal wives. On top of this there was that story of palace conflict in the lead-up to the Windsor Castle wedding, over which of the royal family's tiaras Meghan would wear. With a choice from half a dozen, the bride-to-be, whose previous wedding to a Hollywood producer was on a beach in Jamaica, set her heart on one decorated with emeralds. But having made her choice it transpired that this was a tiara with a foggy provenance, possibly from Russia, which it was thought unwise to wear. There is said to have been a blazing row with one of the Queen's closest personal aides in which an indignant Harry was forcefully involved. He allegedly told staff in a raised voice, "What Meghan wants, Meghan gets." When this altercation reached the Queen, she put Harry firmly in his place, according to Robert Jobson, whose recent biography of Prince Charles was serialized in the Daily Mail. The Queen made the final decision, choosing the diamond lozenge bandeau tiara, made for Queen Mary in 1932 and last seen in public on the head of Princess Anne in 1965. So stressed out were the couple that they resorted to acupuncture. But the Queen's message was clear: however trying the circumstances, royals must always treat staff with courtesy. Please like, comment, and subscribe to channel. Thank you for watching my video.